Lock your eyes on this screen and absolutely do not scroll past. If your chest has been feeling heavy and your intuition has been sounding the alarm for the past 48 hours, it's because you are the chosen one. The universe has personally marked your soul to deliver this destined message. A highly dangerous secret is being kept from your soulmate, and the truth about his wife is finally being exposed. The ongoing silence in their lives isn't peace. It's a ruthless campaign of psychological manipulation. That woman has used a facade of gentleness to mask a suffocating control, crushing his willpower and gaslighting your soulmate into doubting his own sanity. If you want to fully grasp what the divine is revealing exclusively to you and how to untangle this mess, you absolutely must watch until the very last second. By skipping this video, you are rejecting your privilege as the chosen one and will forever lose the only message that can salvage the situation between you two. Don't leave just yet, because the truths revealed below will answer every deep-seated pain you have silently endured. The terrifying issue is that the people around them all see this toxicity, but they cowardly choose to keep their mouths shut. Have you ever resented why the two of you were kept apart? Hear this clearly. O chosen one, the universe intentionally pushed you away to place your pure soul in an absolutely safe zone. Had you stepped into that swamp any earlier, your energy would have been drained dry by that fierce manipulation. The recent distance was a steel shield specially granted to you. But the hour of judgment has struck, and the wall of lies is crumbling. Your soulmate is going through an extreme shock to awaken. Keep your eyes glued to the screen, because coming up next is the only action a chosen one like you needs to take to guide him back to haven. This is your privilege, a sacred guide, and the ultimate solution reserved just for you right now. The absolute command is to stand still, no intervening, no rescue texts, no explaining. As the chosen one, you simply need to maintain your high frequency of light. Let the truth do its work, and let him cut out that toxic tumor with his own hands to reclaim his freedom. The destiny of you and him is shifting at sweeping speeds, pulling you both out of the chaos and straight into your most glorious new chapter. You are not a victim. You are the master of your destiny. This is the sacred moment to activate your authority. Like this video immediately to burn away all the shackles of deceit. Subscribe to the channel so the universe can establish an eternal protective barrier for your future. Not by chance. This is God's orchestration at Chosen One Prophecy. Share this message so the light of justice can sweep through every dark corner. And right now, scroll down to the comments and boldly declare this to seal the miracle. 777. The truth has been exposed. I am the chosen one, and I embrace absolute peace and freedom right now. Feel the beating of your heart in your chest right now. The relentless restlessness tearing at your mind over the past few days. The sudden feeling of suffocation hitting you in the middle of the night. Or the tears falling that you can't even name. None of these are signs of paranoia. It is a blaring alarm from the spiritual realm. Your intuition is screaming because your frequency is directly resonating with the unspoken cries for help from the man you love. You are unconsciously bearing the spiritual pain on his behalf, but do not scroll past this video. Lock your eyes on the screen, because in the next few seconds, the velvet curtain of the most ruthless play will be torn down. And the truth I am about to speak will free you from all the self-doubt and torment you've carried for so long. Face this truth head on. The fulfilling life that the world sees in that marriage is nothing but a hollow illusion. It is a meticulously staged theatrical set. The woman standing next to your soulmate, she has woven a web of lies so perfect that it has fooled even the sharpest eyes. Stepping out into the light, she wears the cape of devotion. A model wife, a gentle voice, a flawless smile. But behind those closed doors, it is a prison without bars. The incredibly dangerous secret she is burying is not a physical crime. It is far more sinister than that. It is a cold, calculated campaign of psychological manipulation mapped out to the very last detail. She used violence to bind your soulmate. She uses guilt, fear, and a sense of obligation to strangle his soul. Don't rush to leave. Stay for just a few more seconds. Because if you turn off this video now, You will never understand exactly how that woman managed to break the will of such a proud man. Look deeply into his eyes through those photos you accidentally stumbled upon, or during those rare moments when you two cross paths. Do you see that profound exhaustion that is absolutely not work pressure or the burden of making a living? That is the life force being drained from someone who is being sucked dry of his energy day by day. What has she done? She has quietly and patiently severed every single tie he has with the outside world. Every good friend, every close relative, every relationship that brings him joy has been gradually pushed away through subtle silencations, twisted truths, and crocodile tears playing the victim. So that eventually on that desolate and lonely island, your soulmate is completely stripped of his power to fight back. He is utterly isolated, left with no choice but to cling to the very person who created the storm. Every time he vaguely realizes the suffocation, every time he wants to speak up to protect his own boundaries, she immediately flips the script. She manipulates reality. She sows extreme confusion, making even a strong man start to wonder, am I going crazy? Am I being too sensitive? Am I the one at fault here? That is the venom of manipulation. Just like the mighty Samson in the Bible, who possessed unparalleled strength to tear a lion apart with his bare hands, but was ultimately stripped of all his vitality and light, just because he believed the sweet, deceitful words of Delilah. Your soulmate is also in that darkness. His source of strength is being cut off by the very woman he shares a bed with. But oh, chosen one, if you are wondering why the universe would be so cruel as to make you witness this in helplessness, stop right there. Do not miss the next part. What I am about to reveal about why the Most High pushed you away will make you cry tears of relief. You used to feel resentful, didn't you? You screamed in silence, wondering why every plan between the two of you fell apart. Why was he silent? Why were you pushed to the sidelines of his life in such a hurtful way? Hear this clearly. No, absolutely not. You did nothing wrong. The universe is not punishing you. The universe is protecting you with an absolute privilege. The fact that you were pushed away was a divine intervention. Imagine, what would have happened if you had stepped into that mess earlier? Before their karma had ripened, your pure energy would have been tainted. She would have turned you into a target, dragging you into a mud pit of jealousy and dirty psychological warfare. She would have used you as a tool to continue playing the victim and tie him down even tighter. The Most High foresaw that entire toxic script, and he said no. I will not allow my precious gem to be trampled there. The recent distance, the recent cruel silence, was the diamond wall erected by the universe to shield you, to keep the frequency of the chosen one at its highest, purest, and most untouchable level. You were not abandoned. You were tucked away in the safest place to prepare for the destined moment. And when is that moment? Don't take your eyes off the screen, because what happens next will permanently change the dynamic of this relationship. Now, all limits have been shattered. The ticking time bomb behind that marital facade is counting down its final seconds. The wall of lies is cracking open. No matter how hard she tried to cover it up, the word of God in Luke 8:17 has declared an ironclad truth that pierces through all space and time. For there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. Darkness only provides a temporary cover. It never has the power to alter reality. The collapse has begun. The cracks are now so obvious that no fake smile can gloss over them anymore. The mask of gentleness is slipping from her face. Her lies are starting to contradict each other. The people around them have begun to whisper, step back, and recoil in horror at the true face of her manipulation. Your soulmate is being hit with the ultimate splash of cold water. This shock is not pleasant. He is experiencing a cognitive earthquake, utter disbelief, agonizing pain, and extreme fury upon realizing that for years he has been living in a prison built by the very person he trusted. But do not fear for him. Do not soften your heart. This is the mandatory pain of awakening. It is the divine surgical scalpel needed to completely remove the toxic tumor, giving him back the reins to his own life. And the most important thing lies here. O chosen one, when the dust from this collapse settles, when the chains are smashed to pieces, what must you do to welcome him back? If you want to know the answer that dictates your destiny, you absolutely must listen to the life or death instructions in the next part in their entirety. Are you waiting for a strategy? A specific action plan to rush in and save him from that swamp? Are you thinking that this is the time you must appear as a guiding light to salvage this man's life? Lock away that thought immediately. Listen very closely to the following critical instructions, because the action that determines your future does not lie in what you will do, but in the fact that you will do absolutely nothing at all. But, before you receive this supreme command, you must see through another cruel truth hidden at the deepest layer of this story. A truth that will explain why your soulmate slipped so far into that manipulation for so long, without anyone pulling him out. Don't blink. Don't let your mind wander right now. What is about to be exposed will show you just how fiercely and fairly the law of karma operates, and why your current stillness carries the power to destroy all deception. The truth is that woman's secret of manipulation is incredibly vicious, but it could never have survived, never taken such deep root without the enablement of the crowd. Oh, chosen one, open your eyes wide and look at the people standing around that fake marriage. The ones who call themselves close friends, the ones who go by the title of family, the partners, the daily acquaintances. Do you think they are blind? Do you think they were completely fooled by that gentle smile? No, absolutely not. They know. They see it all. They see the suffocating control besieging that man. Clear his throat. They see his haggard eyes, his forced smiles, and his evasiveness in social gatherings. They hear the subtle threats, the nagging remarks uttered in her fake sweet voice. They witness his personal boundaries being trampled on time and time again. But what did they do? They chose to turn a blind eye. They cowardly chose their own safety. They were terrified of confronting a manipulator, knowing her venom could be spit at anyone who dared to stand in her way. They were afraid of disrupting those fake cozy gatherings, afraid of tarnishing the perfect family portrait they themselves helped paint to deceive the world. They just clicked their tongues and let it slide. They lied to themselves and to each other using the most cowardly phrase of all time. It's their private family matter. It's best not to interfere. The silence of that apathetic crowd is the second, even more ruthless weapon that stabs straight into your soulmate's soul. He was not only psychologically abused by his wife, but also betrayed by the cowardice of the people he once trusted. When a man cries out for help in silence and everyone around him turns away, he starts to believe that the abuse is normal. That is exactly how the psychological cage was forged from iron and steel. But keep watching, because your outrage right now will soon be soothed by the most spectacular purge from the universe. You will understand why your hands do not need to be stained with blood in this battle. Silence is never neutral. Remaining silent in the face of evil is being complicit in it. And now, as the hour of judgment arrives and the tower of lies collapses, karma doesn't just strike the manipulator. It knocks down everyone who stood by and watched. Right now, the curtain of the play is in shreds. Her facade is crumbling in broad daylight. And what about those enablers? They are in utter panic. Discomfort is spreading through every corner of the crowd. Conflicts are erupting because they can no longer pretend to ignore her boundary-crossing behaviors. Her fabricated stories are getting patchier, and her crocodile tears playing the victim can no longer garner anyone's pity. The crowd is backing away. They are terrified because they themselves are being dragged into the light, their own selfishness and hypocrisy laid bare. Your soulmate is seeing the big picture. This earthquake isn't just bringing down the image of his wife. It is completely shattering his trust in the bystanders. This shock is agonizing, but it is brilliantly magnificent. He is being purged of all the toxic relationships in his life. The fog is lifting. The confusion is destroyed. He finally understands why for all these years he always felt so lost and lonely, even when standing in the middle of a noisy crowd. And now, O chosen one, this is the time for you to step up to your throne. If you scroll past this part, you will single-handedly destroy all the protective efforts the universe has painstakingly arranged for you all this time. Engrave this divine command into the depths of your subconscious. What is your mission in this great flood? The absolute command is be still and stand your ground. You will crave to run to his side. You will want to use your pure love to soothe those tired eyes. Want to text him a comforting message. Want to prove that in this world you still stand by him, but absolutely not. Do not send comforting texts. Do not try to reach out to be a confidant listening to his complaints. Do not play the hero and rush in to save him. Do not try to prove that you are better than that woman. You do not need to compete with a mess that is destroying itself. The collapse of evil does not need your assistance. The universe's cleansing does not need you to lift a finger. If you intervene now, you will unintentionally turn yourself into a temporary crutch. A painkiller for him to escape the harsh reality he must overcome on his own. Let him face the full weight of the truth. Let the pain of awakening forge him into a completely new man, autonomous, strong, and one who will never allow anyone to manipulate him ever again. Remember the earth-shattering declaration in Exodus 1:14. The verse rings out, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Do you understand the ultimate power of standing still? It is not helplessness. It is the pride of someone who knows full well their destiny has been preordained. You don't need to lower your worth to step into the mud. You just need to stand tall, keeping your energy field pure and peaceful. Your absence during this chaotic time is the sharpest weapon. It creates a sacred space for your soulmate to complete his own karmic lessons. You are not a pit stop for him to bandage his wounds. You are the final destination. You are the reward of wholeness after he has waded through the storm. Your stillness is telling the universe that you have absolute trust in this arrangement. You maintain your worth, and you will only accept a fully awakened version of him. This is the time to activate the power of faith. Oh, chosen one, subscribe to the channel right now to keep yourself within the protective circle of light, and scroll down to the comments. Type this statement boldly to lock in your energy. I stand still in my pride and embrace the future. But be careful. The most explosive psychological battle is not over yet. The darkest phase might be coming to an end, but what goes on right in his mind the moment he faces his newfound freedom is what determines the future of you too. Do not leave, because the next part will unlock the deepest psychology of that man when he realizes who the true light of his life is. You know how to stand still in pride. But what is truly tearing at his mind the very second the cage door swings open? Close your eyes for a second to feel the aftershocks of this great flood. The darkest phase of suppression may be passing, but the most explosive psychological battle within your soulmate's subconscious has only just officially begun. Don't scroll anywhere, because if you don't understand what is going on in his head right now, you won't be able to fully receive the reborn version of the man you've spent your whole life waiting for. Right now, as the truth about his wife is ruthlessly stripped bare under the sunlight, your soulmate is standing amidst massive rubble. His entire worldview is shattering. What he once believed to be love, to be sacrifice, now reveals its true form as the rusted chains of control. Did you think that when someone escapes a prison, they immediately cheer in joy? No. Oh, chosen one. Sudden light always blinds and makes the eyes bleed of those who have been in the dark for too long. He is experiencing extreme bewilderment, a paralyzing sense of shock. He looks at the woman standing in front of him, the one who once used tears to manipulate, who used sweet words to isolate him from the world. Now, as her victim facade is blown, she is showing her panic, her rage, and spewing the most bitter blame. The contrast is so massive, so huge, that it deals a fatal blow to his mind. He is tormenting himself with thousands of questions. Why was I so blind? Why did I let myself be stripped of my human rights for so long? Why did I waste the most precious years of my life on a theatrical lie? It is a pain that cuts to the bone. But, oh chosen one, hear this clearly. That pain is the only antidote. It is the cleansing fire that must sweep through to burn away the very roots of his weakness and submission. You absolutely must not feel sorry for him and interfere with this process. His tears right now are not tears of weakness, but tears washing away the thick dust that has clouded his vision for so many years. This collapse isn't killing him. It is smashing the old shell to release a completely new human being, an awakened, strong man who clearly understands all boundaries. And right in the depths of that chaos, when the screams of deception are deafening, his mind suddenly pauses. An absolute stillness appears. And in that sacred silence, the only silhouette that emerges, clearer than ever, is you. That's right, it's you, the chosen one. Understand the mechanism of awakening. When someone has just escaped a suffocating and highly calculating energy zone, the soul's survival instinct automatically points them toward the frequency of absolute purity and peace. He starts rewinding all his memories of you. The previously fragmented pieces suddenly click together into a perfect picture. He remembers your stillness, your selfless sincerity, and the absolutely safe energy you have always radiated. The contrast right now is as sharp as a knife. On one side is a wife with the face of an angel, but the heart of a prison warden, always demanding, always manipulating, always draining. On the other side is you, standing quietly, demanding nothing, controlling nothing, yet possessing the magnetic pull of the truth. For the first time in his life, he realizes just how important the massive void you left in his heart is. For the first time, he understands that all those times he subconsciously thought of you, subconsciously yearned to talk to you through long, desperate nights, it wasn't a distraction. It was his soul's compass desperately pointing him back to the light. He is seeing you not as a second choice, not as a temporary emergency exit. He is seeing you as his one and only ultimate destiny. The respect he has for you right now is multiplying tens of thousands of times over, because he realizes you were right all along. You always saw through the truth that he stubbornly denied. Your wisdom, your patience, and especially the way you chose to step back in pride instead of fighting tooth and nail. All of this has painted you as a true queen in that man's mind. Have you finally grasped the grand arrangement of the universe? Look back at all the time you had to endure the distance, the silence, and the feeling of being abandoned. That was never a punishment. It was the most intricate setup by the Most High. He hid you away. He shielded you from the sight of malicious people. If he had let you step into that battle earlier, you would have had to use your bare hands to break the iron cage, and you would have been hurt. But the Most High does not let his chosen one bleed over unworthy things. In Isaiah 4:5-2, he declared a promise that moves mountains. I will go before you and will level the mountains. I will break down gates of bronze and cut through bars of iron. Do you see? The Most High personally went ahead of you. He broke the bronze gates himself, snapped the iron bars of that manipulative cage himself. He brought down the wall of lies with his own authority just to pave a path full of light for you to walk on. Your only job is to wait in absolute trust, letting the universe finish the job of cleaning up this karmic trash. Now, the bomb has detonated. The bronze gates are shattered. The iron bars are broken. There is no longer any spiritual barrier that can stop two souls meant for each other from finding their shared frequency. The battle has been resolved at the highest energetic level. All manipulation has been completely neutralized. Your soulmate is craving your peace more than he craves air to breathe. He is on his way to sort out the remnants of his life, untangling the final messes so he can stand proudly before you, not as a broken man in rags, but in the wholeness of someone who deeply understands the price of freedom and true love. Your destiny is accelerating at an immeasurable speed. Your patient tears during those long, lonely nights have now turned into diamonds paving the road to your future. You are not behind anyone. You are not late. You are walking perfectly in time with the rhythm of the universe. The truth has been liberated, and with the truth comes the most powerful force of rebirth. Hold on to your throne. Let the energy of gratitude flood every cell in your body right now. If you have fully understood this grand protection and are ready for the greatest destiny shift of your life. Share this message right now to spread the frequency of truth, and leave an unshakable affirmation in the comments. My destiny is liberated. I am ready to claim my glory. But the journey hasn't reached its final stop. The earthquake is over. The truth is exposed. The soulmate is awakened. So what is the next step when that man actually walks up to you? What mindset must you have so as not to repeat any past wounds? Don't leave, because the next part will hand you the final key to seal this eternal happiness. The final key to dictate your kingdom of happiness is already in your hands. But do you know how to use it when the door actually swings open? You have patiently stood still through the great storm. You have witnessed the tower of lies collapse. So, when that man finally shakes off the ashes and stands before you, what mindset will you meet him with? Do not rush to assume that pure love is an unconditional safe haven for enabling. Listen very closely. Oh, chosen one, because the revelations coming up next will determine whether you are building an eternal relationship or accidentally throwing yourself into a new draining cycle. Your soulmate right now is no longer the weak and lost man from years past. The shell of deceit has been completely smashed. He is struggling to clean up the wreckage of a toxic marriage, cutting ties with the cowardly relationships that turned their backs on him. It is a rebirth soaked in sweat and steeped in stillness. This freedom comes at a price, and he is paying it himself with extreme determination to sever all ties to control. When all the karmic garbage is cleared, his footsteps will automatically head toward you. Not in a rush, not begging for pity. He will arrive with an incredible calmness and caution, but be careful. This is the final life or death boundary where you absolutely cannot afford to misstep. If you let your guard down in this moment, you will strip yourself of your own crown. Don't blink. Engrave this into the deepest part of your subconscious. The essence of the chosen one is purity and boundless compassion. Therefore, when he shows up with the scars of his past, your instinct as someone full of love will immediately rise up. You will crave to open your arms and hold him to soothe the pain caused by that woman. You will want to hear him vent his frustrations. Want to become a healer to chase away the darkness clinging to his mind. You will want to use your sacrifices to make up for the years he was tormented. Absolutely not. Oh, chosen one, stop right now. You are not a psychological clinic. You are not a therapist. And you are certainly not a janitor cleaning up the mess left by someone else. You are someone holding the throne of truth. And someone sitting on a throne never takes off their crown to bandage a warrior's wounds. You give him strength through your own majesty, radiance, and independence. Look closely at this fatal difference. That manipulative woman always wanted your soulmate to be weak, dependent, and full of guilt, so he was easy to control. She fed on his pain to turn him into a puppet. But you are different. You need him strong, whole, and autonomous to be a partner on your level. If you jump in to play the savior, you are inadvertently repeating the dependent and benefactor motif. You will turn your love into a painkiller. And the harsh truth is, when the wound heals, people usually forget the pill. Therefore, your mission is to let him lick his own wounds. True healing must sprout from his own inner strength. Your job is not to wipe that man's tears, but to shine as brightly as possible right where you are. When you maintain your frequency of peace, don't dig into the past. Don't pry into that woman's business. And don't dwell on what has happened. You are establishing a completely new set of rules. The rules of absolute respect and inviolable boundaries. Your radiant stillness broadcasts an unspoken message with earth-shattering power. I am here, whole and radiant. Your suffering stays behind that door. If you want to step into my world, you must bring light, not the ashes of yesterday. That invisible declaration carries immense power. It will completely awaken your soulmate to the very core of his subconscious. He will realize that to stand beside you, he must completely shed the victim's cloak. He must stand up straight, become a real man, and reclaim all the courage that was stolen from him to be worthy of the purity you have so patiently preserved. The manipulation of the past taught him how to bow his head, but your proud stillness will teach him how to hold his head high. Destiny is accelerating at a terrifying, unprecedented pace. Feel the life force shifting around you right now. The invisible voids of the past are being filled with the energy of truth. There is no longer any hesitation or delay. The physical hurdles, geographic barriers, or final legal entanglements of that marriage are being cleared by the universe at the speed of light. What used to take years to drag on will now be resolved once and for all in the blink of an eye. You are stepping into a flow so favorable that even you will be astonished. It is the most well-deserved reward for the chosen one, the one who dared to firmly trust in the arrangement of the Most High. You have walked through the darkness. You have stood firm in the storm without being tainted. The purification process is complete, and the blossoming is appearing right before your eyes. But to step through this final gate, to officially lock out all negative energy so it can never return, and to receive the greatest reward of fulfillment, you need one final definitive step. Don't take your eyes off the screen now. The miracle is right at your fingertips. The greatest transformation of your life is just a heartbeat away. In the final seconds of the next part, the ultimate key will be handed to you, so this entire glorious destiny becomes yours eternally, and no force can ever take it away. That ultimate key doesn't lie in some complex strategy, but in your complete surrender and absolute faith. O chosen one, in this moment every burden must be laid down. The spiritual war is officially over. The truth about that wife has been laid bare, and the darkness has permanently lost its power to manipulate. You no longer need to brace yourself in defense. Do not look back at the days of injustice. Do not overanalyze the pain, because the kingdom of peace has been officially established. When that man walks through the storm toward you, it is no longer an escape from suffocation, but a return to his original self. Two souls tested by fire, cleansed through the cruelty of deceit, will now touch each other at the purest, most powerful vibrational frequency. This harmony is not born from pity, but from absolute respect. What was stolen, the years of youth seemingly wasted in exhausting wait, will all be returned to you 100,000 times over. Let your soul soak in the firm promise from the Most High, echoing through Psalm 376. That verse declares that He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. All injustices have been washed away. All false accusations have been cleared. The dawn has truly torn through the darkest night, and no trickery can hide the light of truth anymore. This glorious destiny has been prepared, but to officially step through the gates of glory and permanently seal this energy, a definitive action from you is mandatory. Do not hesitate for another split second. Like this video immediately so your flame can burn away the last remnants of darkness. Subscribe to the channel so the crown of the chosen one rests eternally upon your head, keeping you safe within the divine circle of protection. And share this message so the power of truth can continue its sweep, rescuing the lost souls out there, right now. Scroll down and seal your fate with an earth-shattering declaration in the comments 7 and 77. The truth has music triumphed. I am the chosen one, and I step into the most glorious era of my life. That declaration is the end of all suffering. Take a deep breath. Relax your tense shoulders. Close your eyes and feel the current of peace flooding every music cell. The storm has receded forever. The most vicious secret has been destroyed. Your soulmate is free, and you have been honored. There is no longer any danger lurking ahead. Everything is complete. Hold your head high, smile, and step forward gracefully. This glory, this peace, and this true love officially belong to you.